Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's finally here. The Sirfetch'd Live is coming. We're going to be swinging our leek and clapping some cheeks. We got the team right here. We're going to be running Choice Banded. Sirfetch'd, I've played around with so many different Sirfetch'd teams, and not all that many of them have been particularly good, but this one I've been doing a lot of good work with, partially because I added a Dracozolt to it, which, just kind of instantly makes your team better, but either way, Banded Sirfetch'd, star of the show, close combat knockoff, brave red poison jab. I fucked around with sticky webs for a while. I even tried Trick Room. None of them really were all that successful, so I said, screw it, we're just going to run this thing as a wall breaker and just let it do a lot of damage to at least one Pokemon and hopefully make the game a little easier for the rest of my mons. Double Dance for Uniclus again. It's been like one live since we used this thing, so I feel like I'm okay with using it again. It's still very strong, and it helps out Sirfetch'd as well, being able to take hits from opposing fighting types that might want to come in and revenge kill it, like Como, or like, not Grimmsnarl, but I don't remember the other fighting types in the tier right now, but whatever, it's right here. Then we have a Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Gengar. Forget if I've used this in a live previously, but it is, very strong right now. With no Pursuit running around and with very few Dark types in the tier right now, this thing is absolutely disgusting. You can also Dynamax if you want to. And with Max Ooze, you're boosting your special attack, which is really nice. So you don't even have to go for Nasty Plot, you just hit things with a very powerful poison move, which is really cool. Prankster Grimmsnarl, listen, you're going to see this thing a lot. It's one of the best checks to things like Dragapult, sometimes Dracozolt, though not even really because you can't even T-Wave it. But it's a very good check to things like Dragapult, which are on maybe like 60-70% of teams, which makes it really useful. Then we got Lumberry, 2 attacks, Stealth Rock, Taunt, Como. I played around a little bit with this thing, and it's so far doing pretty well. It can switch into Rotom pretty much 100% of the time, take a burn, obviously heal itself with a Lumberry. If it's not Scarf, you'll be able to outspeed it and hit it with a close combat, which is really nice, do a lot of damage for things like Dracozolt to maybe spam EQ. Or for things like Sirfetch'd later on, which is really nice. It also helps deal with dark types that Reuniclus doesn't want to deal with. Same thing with Sirfetch'd. And then we have our own Dracozolt. Again, I added this thing to the team, and my games got a lot easier because Dracozolt is busted. But we're going to hop into a game. Looking at my opponent's team, Sirfetch'd actually puts in a pretty good amount of work. It gets basically a free close combat versus Snorlax, which is really nice. I want to talk a little bit more about Sirfetch'd with a Choice Band. Close combat obviously hits everything. Ghost types obviously are not immune, and even though he resists with his Gengar, close combat's still going to be doing a ton of damage. What's also nice about this is if you Dynamax and go for Brave Bird, you'll be going to +1 speed, and then afterwards you will be able to change up moves as he flees. And if you get to +2 speed, you outspeed basically the whole tier, and hopefully you'll be able to knock everything out. But either way, looking at my opponent's team, definitely Dynamax, Dragozolt, going to be putting in a lot of work. Hatterene is annoying for this team. I am going to lead Grimmsnarl as he leads with the Gengar. And I do not have a great switch into this, so I'm just going to click T-Wave. He actually ends up going for Ferrothorn, which is good for me. I'm actually going to go a hard Sirfetch'd right now. And honestly, you might see me pop my Dynamax Brave Bird. You just might. You just might see that. We're going to have to see, though. So he's going to go for his rocks. Like, his only potential switch in is Hatterene. You know what? Screw it. This is a Sirfetch'd Live. We're going for it. He actually decides to stay in and go for Protect, which I'm more than okay with. I will click Max Knuckle now. Obviously, he could be Scarfed Arm Manitan. I don't think Scarfed Arm knocks out Sirfetch'd when I'm Dynamaxed. I have 530 HP. He does go right out into Gengar, which I am very okay with. I will click Max Airstream here. It will knock him out. Obviously, he could Dynamax himself. But if I get to +2 speed, I should outspeed everything. And with +1 attack, I'm pretty sure close combat will just be able to sweep him. Obviously, aside from the Hatterene. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of Gengar. That's fantastic. He is going to go into Darm. I believe... Yeah, we should outspeed this thing, which is great for us. And I'll just click Close Combat. He does go for Dynamax, so this is going to drop. So he just wasted his Dynamax. Sirfetch'd putting in the work. This is actually the most work Sirfetch'd has put in since I put it on the team. And he forfeits. Yo, Sirfetch'd just 6-0'd. Let's go. Oh, that was easily the best game that I've had with Sirfetch'd and the countless teams I've tried to make this thing be. As you can see, Sirfetch'd, please be good. I've had some struggles with it, but putting in good work. It is pretty good versus stall teams because, you know, just banded CC deals with pretty much everything. And CC is actually really good here. Unfortunately, he does have a Toxapex, which is a hard wall to this thing. Most he can do is kind of just knock it off, but that's a big reason why Dracozold's here. Speaking of Dracozold, as soon as we get rid of Hippo, I think it was going to be a problem for him. Looking at his team, I kind of want to lead with my Como. As he leads Hippo, I will taunt to prevent rocks. And then I will... Yeah, so you prevent rocks. I will get up my own. Like, he can Earthquake, obviously. My opponent does not have a Dark type, which means that Reuniclus could potentially sweep him as long as he's not taunt on Corviknight. And now I'll just click CC to get some damage off on him as he actually goes Pex, which is fine with me because I can reveal the Earthquake here and get a good amount of damage off onto him. This will do somewhere between 40 and 50%. He's more than likely, he could Scald. Oh, he actually goes Hard Drill, do not be Balloon. Let's go. So we're actually going to basically be able to get rid of Drill right now. He has leftovers Drill. I will just click Earthquake again. He does click Earthquake here. But the Sand is going to end, which is really nice for me. Because this allows me to go out into my Gengar and just click Shadow Ball. He unfortunately does have the Ditto. I've been considering running Cassiberry on my Gengar, as they actually get the Spadef drop. It's fantastic. I've been considering running Cassiberry because you Dynamax up and then you live the opposing hit. And here I will just Nasty Plot up. And I don't mind him locking himself in a Shadow Ball because I do have Grimmsnarl still. I'll click Shadow Ball here. If he kills me, that's also fine. He is not Mirror Armor as well, which is funny. He is going to die, but so am I, which honestly is fine. He's not going to be able to copy me with Ditto. I'll go Sirfetch'd here, as he ends up going to Drill. And I'll click Knock. Actually, no, yeah, I'll just click Knock here. He's leftovers on a Sand team. He's going to be able to spin away the rocks, but we are going to be able to get rid of that Pokemon. I don't mind rocks being gone, as we are able to get rid of Drill, which is a big threat to my team. He's going to transform into my Sirfetch'd. And I will just basically be forced to go Grimmsnarl. And I will click T-Wave here. As he goes Dragapult, which I'm more than okay with. That's, you know, the Grimmsnarl is made to counter this Pokemon in particular. So I'll click Darkest Lariat here. And I will proceed to taunt him as well. I'll Darkest Lariat again for Chip, as he is able to knock me out, and then obviously we can go out into our Sirfetch'd on the following turn. I will click Banded Close Combat, as we're able to do a ton of damage to the Hippowdon, which is fantastic. That's going to put it in range of my Dracozolt. And I can just click Earthquake here. We do connect. Thankfully, obviously, there's always that chance to miss with Hustle. We are Scarf. And I will risk this because... Oh no. And he actually lives. That's incredible. I'll risk the tie again. As we do win it and we are able to knock him out, that's fantastic. We should be able to win the game with Outrage. I mean, either way, we have double Mance or Reuniclus, so I think we would have been fine either way. I can actually Dynamax here and go for my Dragon move here and knock him out, which is fantastic. I forgot I still had my my Dynamax still in play. And then we would have been able to knock out the Toxapex with the Max Lightning. So it's going to be another W for the Sirfetch'd team. Getting that damage off onto Hippo was actually very important so that Dracozolt could sweep him. I could have started setting up with my Reuniclus there, but I didn't want him to have Whirlwind after the taunt ended. So my opponent's team going to be a little tougher for Sirfetch'd just because he has, you know, switch-ins to each of my types. Right? Like, obviously, Clefable switches into CC, this switches into... Corviknight switches into Poison Jab. But if we get rid of the Clefable, I can just spam CC for free. He does obviously outspeed me with various Pokemon on his team. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Dracozolt also can go in pretty hard as soon as we get rid of Seismitoad. I just spam Bolt Beak at that point. I think I want to lead with my Grimmsnarl in case he leads Darm, as he actually ends up leading with Dragapult, which I think is fantastic. I'll just Darkest Lariat here. As he does go right into Seismitoad, I will then proceed to taunt this Pokemon. I can afford to... I'll just go Como here. If he went for Scald and burnt me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I will go for Rocks here. As he ends up going Clefable, perfectly okay with that. I don't have the best switch into this thing necessarily. I just noticed Gengar puts in the work versus his team. I'm actually going to change this to Cassette Berry afterwards, I think. Maybe. I haven't decided yet, but maybe we'll. Can't help but noticing that Reuniclus also puts in a lot of work. That is offensive. Because that shit hurted. He is going to go Corviknight. I'll Calm Mind as he defogs, so he might not be Taunt. I will Scout for the Taunt, because he actually just clicks Brave Bird. That's fantastic. I'll Acid Armor up here. Obviously, he can go Dragapult if he wants to, as he actually goes Darm. I should live this hit, because I'm Acid Armored up. It'll hurt still, because it's Galarian Darm, especially if he's banded. But if we find out he's banded now, that's going to be really useful to know. Just use 45. We are going to be playing around with flinches, but I also don't have a switch into this thing, so I'm going to go for it. Perfect, we set up another Acid Armor. We're also playing around with crits, obviously. There's a flinch, okay. Just don't flinch me on this one, and we should be good. I don't know why I speak. It's a 100% chance, man. That's alright, though. We go Gengar. And I will just click Focus Blast here, as we are going to be able to hit the Corviknight. And then I'm going to Nasty Plot up on his more than likely Roost. If he decides to U-turn out in a Ditto, then good play, as he does not. That is excellent. I will click Shadow Ball here, get a ton of damage off onto him, as he does go right into Ditto. And what I can actually do is go Como, because with Bulletproof, I'm immune to the Shadow Ball. And if he goes for his Dynamax now, I don't mind it too much. He does go for the Dynamax, but that is going to waste his Dynamax. And I will be able to go out into my Grimmsnarl in order to T-Wave this thing. Obviously, it sucks losing 2 Pokemon to this thing, but, you know, welcome to Gen 8 and Dynamax and shit. No, we're not able to T-Wave him. Okay. Well, the cool thing is that you still die to Bolt Beak. Okay, we're gonna get out of this game. Sometimes it'd be like that. That's, nothing we can do about that. Obviously, I knew I was playing around with flinches and crits with the Galarian Darm. Just, unfortunately, it flinched us right when we were about to kill the thing, essentially. And then, obviously, the rest of the game didn't really work. Again, I'm pretty sure Bolt Beak kills Gengar through the Dynamax. I know it kills Gardevoir through Dynamax, so I assumed it would have killed there, but my opponent gets destroyed by Dracozolt. Like, he has no switch into it whatsoever. Tempted to lead with it, but against teams with Darm, I like leading with Grimmsnarl just so it can't U-turn on me for free, and I will click T-Wave here, as he does allow me to paralyze it, which is fantastic. I will now attempt to get off a Darkest Lariat. Or actually, I'll go for Spirit Break in case he decides to go Hydreigon. So we lose our Grimmsnarl, unfortunately. However, I think that's not the worst thing in the world, because I can now go into my Dracozolt and just click Bolt Beak, pick up a kill on something. Unless he goes Corsola. If he goes Corsola, I believe it's actually able to take 2. Alright, Dracozolt, buddy. I'm gonna say this once. I need you to get your shit together. I'm gonna go Como because I can take a burn. I have the Lumberry. I'll get up rocks as he goes Hatterene. Unfortunate, but you know, nothing we can really do about that. I also don't have great switch into this. I'm gonna go Reuniclus. I'd expect him to go Hydreigon. but I'm not sure if that's the play that I want to make. I might change something on Sirfetch'd to first impression. I can bluff the first impression at least. Let's see, do you go right for Draco? No, you just go for U-turn, so this is going to hurt something. He does go Corsola. I want to know how much Bandit CC does to this thing. Oh my goodness, that does so much damage. We're going to click it again. As he ends up going Hatterene, do I Poison Jab here? And... I'm just debating, do I Poison Jab and use up my thing now? And I think the answer is yes. I don't think this is going to kill, but it's going to get a lot of damage off onto the Hatterene, which I need. Yeah, it's not going to kill. But he actually ends up going for Calm Mind, which is fantastic. I wish I could click Max Airstream, but I don't think it's going to kill. So I will click Max Ooze again. We are able to get rid of him. Our special attack's boosted. Doesn't do anything, but cool. You know, it's there. Pretty much anything can knock me out now. He's going to go Gyarados. I will Max Airstream, as he ends up going for the Dragon Dance, and we crit him! Dude, we straight up lost if that did not crit, so... Sirfetch'd, you're doing fantastic work. You better be Scarf, Hydreigon. You better be Scarf. As you are, and you're going to land your Draco. And here I can basically just click Sludge Wave for free. He's going to Dynamax. Forgot that was a thing for a moment. Does this kill me, though? It is -2. Yeah, that's going to kill me. But we can go Dracozolt because you're Dynamaxed. And I can click Outrage onto this thing because I'll outspeed you because the Dynamax nullifies the Scarf. Oh, but if I click... No, okay, he's going to switch. That's the smart play because now we can go back in and click Draco. Ah, that sucks. Maybe he misses? Nope, he does not. Alright, so we go Reuniclus here. And we Acid Armor up. There's a chance, a small chance, but a chance that we can beat the Hydreigon. I'll Calm Mind up here in case he switches right back out into Hydreigon. And he actually gets full parried, which is great for me. I can, I'm actually going to click Recovery or expecting him to U-turn. As he does. Excellent. So you're going to go Hydra. I will click Calm Mind. You have already used up your Max Darkness. Dude. Bro! Come on! Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Como, and then I'm going to double out into Reuniclus, hoping he goes Corsola. As he actually just goes Darm, that's the correct play, basically. I have to hope for Parahacks now. Okay, that's, yeah. And I have to hope for it again. Okay. Appreciated. I have to hope for it again. Wait! What? Why would you do that? You won. I know you got parried. Like, first of all, your Hydreigon walls me. Just go hard into it. You don't have to U-turn. Okay, well. We take this. We should not have won that game. I mean, you know, maybe we could have won if we didn't get flinched, but again, with Double Dance 3 in Eclipse, you're going to be taking, how much PP does Dark Pulse have? Like 24 Dark Pulses? You're more than likely going to get crit or flinch down at some point. You're just kind of playing with chance there, and it's not in your favor. But again, like, he had that game. I don't know why he made that. I don't know why he forfeited. He definitely won that game. But again, I'll take it. Alright, I love how, like, Hatterene's not a terribly uncommon Pokemon, but literally every time I've tried to record the Sirfetch'd live, people are just like, hey, Mono's using Sirfetch'd, everybody run Hatterene. I'm also going to change, Knockoff to First Impression. You don't really need Knockoff on this thing. With Scrappy, you hit Ghost types. Like, looking at his team, for example, there's nothing that I could knock off. The only thing it's really helpful for is knocking off, like, Black Sludge on Toxapex. But looking at his team, once again, just going to run Grimmsnarl since everybody loves to lead with that bullshit right there. We will go into our Reuniclus on what I expect to be a Dazzling Gleam. My opponent does not have a dark type. That's the first. When you're running Reuniclus like this, the first thing you want to look at is, do they have a dark type? If the answer is no, then you're good. Alright, so he goes Dragapult. We have a Grimmsnarl for this. We actually went for Phantom Force, which I'm very happy with, because we're going to be able to hit this thing with Darkest Lariat. Like, we're going to eat this hit. That looks to be banded as well, and we're going to be able to get rid of Dragapult. Okay, excellent. He's going to go Darm. I will happily T-Wave this thing. You can take my Grimmsnarl. We're going to find out if you're banded now as well. As you are not, you are Scarf. And we will just click Darkest Lariat again. We do not get the Parahacks going our way, but that's really not that big of a deal. The only thing I have to worry about with Reuniclus is if he is a Scarf Rotom with Trick. And I kind of see something, boys. I don't know if you see it as well. However, I will be clicking this. He's more than likely going Hatterene, right? So ideally... Oh, he's actually just going to stay in. Well, either way, we live this because of the Dynamax. We live Scarf for sure. He's going to crash. It is going to do a lot, admittedly. However, we will be able to now max Knuckle and boost our attack. Rotom comes out. You're not going to kill me if you're Scarf. And are you dead? You are not dead. That 8. Just absolutely 8. And I'm actually... This is going to look like a weird play. I'm going to spam Brave Bird because that is going to hit the Gyarados harder. And he's just going to Hydro Pump. And I think now... I should have saved my Dynamax for Dracozolt because it just won. But I think now I go Gengar and I think I want to Nasty Plot up. And I will. Because you don't knock me out. He's Rest, actually, which is cool. We'll Sludge Wave here. If it doesn't knock him out, it'll do a lot of damage. It actually does end up knocking him out, which is perfect. That was Fizz Def Rotom. I'm not sure what the calc on that is. He's going to go Gyarados. You're going to be able to max Airstream. Obviously. Which sucks. I actually should have Nasty Plotted there up again. Because I think we just lose this. We do a ton. But obviously, again, he just clicks max Airstream and destroys my life. However, I don't think he kills Dracozolt. And if you're adamant, I outspeed you. Unless you're running Earthquake, you don't knock me out. Because you should run like Waterfall, Bounce. Yeah. So hopefully we land. Alright, so Dracozolt, when I told you to get your shit together. I meant get your shit together. Alright, thankfully okay, maybe Reuniclus can pull it through. We're going to see, because that does a lot. Hopefully, let's see. There's a chance we live this. As we do. We do not get flinched. I repeat, we do not get flinched. We Acid Armor up again on the DD. We recover here. Now, I'm just clicking Stored Power. I need to get rid of this thing immediately. He's actually going to go right into his Hatterene. If you're Calm Mind, I beat you 1v1. And I will get up to basically max. This is enough, I think. Yep, goodbye. I crit you as well, so it doesn't matter. Again, crit didn't matter unless he crit me with one of his attacks. Yeah, we're able to pull away with that. And even if he did crit me, I could have relied on Bounce Miss. That would have been my only play to win. Because I could have clicked CC to 2 KO the Gyarados. Obviously, I would have dealt with Ferrothorn. But either way, we're going to pull away with another win. That's fantastic. We're going to hop into another one. Forget if Sirfetch'd did anything in that game. Probably didn't. This is the type of matchup where Sirfetch'd can put in some work. It fucks Aegislash because of Scrappy. Obviously. And if you wanted to, you could even Dynamax with it so that you don't take the attack drop from King's Shield. I'm glad we see a team. I have to keep Grimmsnarl alive for the Gyarados, by the way. I can't. Like, that's literally the only check to Gyarados on this team, outside of Dracozolt, obviously, which is not a check when you miss. Speaking of Dracozolt, I think I'm going to lead with it. I mean, you could burn me, but I feel like you might get Rocks up first. And even if you don't, like, I'd rather get, like, a ton of... Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous, dude. And we just get rid of Mew. Okay, I mean, I take that happily, because this allows, that blocks Taunt, obviously, which is good versus my team, so that Reuniclus can potentially win. And Dracozolt, again, still deals with Gyarados. It's still going to knock it out with the Bolt Beak. He's going to go Aegislash. I like Como this game, but I also do not have a switch into this. And I don't want to pop my Dynamax right now. Actually, you know, I'll click Bolt Beak, get some chip. Oh my god. Bro. Stop. Do I just pop my Dynamax to kill this thing? Because you're not... You King Shield here, right? If you have it. You know, I can afford to pop my Dynamax, by the way. I'll Quake here. Do you King Shield? No, you just sneak me? Okay. I mean, that works out either way. Goes down to Durant. First impression will be able to knock me out as long as he lands, and he does not. Welcome to the Hustle Club, buddy. He will still outspeed me because the Dynamax gets rid of my Choice Scarf. I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It was bugged on Showdown a little while ago. He actually goes Rotom. And oh my god, I'm burnt! Bro, I'm gonna let him know, actually. Wait, was he banded with first impression? He might have been banded, which is why he's sad right now, but... he's actually Scarf Rotom. Thunderbolt's not gonna knock me out, but neither is Bolt Beak, because we don't land, but... we actually live the next Thunderbolt as well, which is cool. Looking at his team... Obviously, we still have Grimmsnarl. I will go Como, as he goes Durant. And I will just close combat, as we barely live the Iron Head. That's nuts. At this point, if he goes Bisharp, I just click CC. I don't mind him knocking me out. He does go Gara. And on this, I will go hard Grimmsnarl. And I'll just click T-Wave. Obviously, need to paralyze this thing. Big threat to my team. I can't win with Reuniclus while he has Bisharp around. I can't believe a burnt Dracozolt put in that much work. It's ridiculous. He could go hard into his Bisharp. And I'm debating clicking Darkest Lariat. But there's also not really a point. Actually, no, I'll T-Wave. No, he does go Bisharp. Okay. Fair play. Obviously here, I can go Como. As he knocks me out with Iron Head, that's fine. I go Sirfetch'd. And I just click that Banded CC. As he goes Gara, takes a ton of damage. We go back into Grimmsnarl. As he actually goes for Bounce, which means I can... freely Darkest Lariat. As you get rid of him, fantastic. Ideally, he's Adamant, and he does not go for SD here. I will go hard Gengar, so that I can attempt to connect with the Focus Blast. He's also kind of forced to Sucker Punch here. He does, again, ideally he is actually, I wonder how much, I can't calc how much Banded First Impression does. You know, he is Life Orb though. I think this is my best play either way. And yeah, he's going to die to the next Life Orb hit, and we're going to win. So I'm going to go Grimmsnarl. He's forced to attack me as I Spirit Break. Sirfetch'd came through in the end. I'm so glad I changed that to First Impression. Obviously, I got a little lucky with dodging First Impression, but as you've seen today, Hustle has not been the kindest to people on the ladder. We're going to get one more. This will probably be the last one of the live. I'm so glad Sirfetch'd is actually putting in a lot of work this live, especially in that first game. That first or second game. I think it was the first game of this live where it really put in a lot of work. And my opponent is also pretty weak to it as well, which is really nice. He does have Toxtricity, which clicks basically Boom Burst versus my team. I'm not soundproof on Como. If I was, it would not wall it, but it would be a lot better. I did not mean to click that, but it's going to work out. I have no Earthquake switching, unfortunately. So, but I want Sirfetch'd to live is the thing. But also I need to get rid of this, so yeah, we'll just do that as much as I don't want to. And then we can just go Gengar, click Shadow Ball. Now the good news is that my Dracozolt destroys him completely. Like, I just click Bolt Beak for free. You go Bisharp. I will go hard Como, because you're either knocking... He actually just Iron Heads, which is incredible. I doubt you stay in, so I will get up my rocks here as you go Gara. I will... I mean, I have Grimmsnarl on the back still, which I'll actually go hard into right now. I can save my Como for Sucker Punch later. As he goes for the Dragon Dance, then I will click T-Wave here. Bisharp's the problem to this team, because Grimmsnarl cannot touch it. Like, yeah, and he knows that, and he goes right out into it. So, I'll go Como, as he does go for the Iron Head. And here, I will just go Dracozolt and click Bolt Beak, knock something out, unless he decides to go Ditto. He actually just decides to Sucker Punch to get some chip onto me, which I'm more than okay with. That was a big threat to my team. And he's basically forced to go out into Ditto here. I wonder if Toxtricity dies to Bolt Beak. Dude, my opposing... This is the problem. So what I do... I think I sack... I don't want to, but I'm going to sack Gengar to the Earthquake, actually, which is fantastic. And then I Acid Armor up. Obviously, he can Dynamax. As he does not, he actually goes Toxtricity. I think I have to Dynamax with this Pokemon. Because I can't afford him to, like, knock me out with a Specs hit. That would have almost killed me. Yeah, that would have almost killed me. Either way, I mean, you can go Ditto if you want, but... This is actually going to hurt if I get to click it. Because you are... I mean, you have to... I think you have to Dynamax with this. Is he not... Oh, he's gonna... Okay, so he's gonna click that button. But wait, I wall you with Grimmsnarl. Okay. Yeah, I see no issue with clicking that, with making that play. And then I just click Darkest Lariat, and I do damage to things. Yeah, so he's gonna go Corviknight, which I'm more than okay with. He has pressure over Mirror Armor for some reason. Please run Mirror Armor, it's so good. I taunt as you attempt to bulk up in my face. Your Body Press, not really that much of a concern. I will continue to spam Darkest Lariat. I'll go Dracozolt here, I think, as you do go for the Iron Head. I do not mind. I will click Bolt Beak. You're going to Ditto, but that dies. So as long as I land my Bolt Beaks, we're good. Thank you. I was, you know, holding my breath there. You go Corviknight. And we land one more Bolt Beak, and that's going to be a game. So, once again, Dracozolt showing why it's an absolute monster and should be used more often than it currently is. But Sirfetch'd definitely put in some work the first couple games, and obviously it saved the game versus Bisharp. Having access to First Impression really helped. Banded First Impression was able to put it within range of 2 Life Orb hits, which was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy. I upload Pokemon content just about every day. I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Monotui. Check me out there. I stream once again just about every day, or I'll be in call with some friends as they stream. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.